Alright, this is a deck profile for Infernities.
Unfinished.
Again with Sir Smitty, the only thing we're missing is one barrier.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Alright, there's your 2 Greffers. 1 is, of course, not enough. 3, obviously too many because you're not going to have all these monsters in your hand to discard.
Unless you're running some terrible build.
Yeah, I've seen builds with like over 20 monsters, and it's like, what are you doing? Armageddon Knight, basically play him, just second Foolish Burial. It's ridiculous. Great for setting up. Stygian Street Patrol is amazing. Not only is he level 4, which is good for overlaying into Utopia if necessary.
Or making Trish, you know.
Making Trish, you know. That always helps. Greffer and Armageddon Knight are good for that too.
But it helps to explode, right?
Yeah. He's in the graveyard, you're just like, nope, not in the graveyard anymore. There's an Archfiend. Yeah.
Or there's a Mirage.
Or there's a Mirage, yeah.
Or there's an Necromancer. If there's anything in the deck that you need to be on the field right
Plus,
then and
the effect everyone always forgets about, if he kills something, he does do burn damage. But when does he ever kill anything?
there. Oh, once in a while. It happens. I've seen it.
Now the stars of the show. Infernity Archfiend, 3 of them. Because if you're not running 3, use Fahos.
Just searches out any Infernity card in the deck.
And we just learned today that, let's say I had 1 card in hand and played Card Destruction. If I draw my 1 card and it's Archfiend, boom, special summon, search. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's pretty nice.
3 Necromancers, great to top deck into because he'll just grab Archfiend.
Get the whole situation going.
Avenger, because Beetle's stupid unless you're running the loop, which you don't have access to in the TCG right now.
You gotta run 2 just in case of DD Corrupt.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I will be converting to the loop build, by the way. Gotta get that bit of information in there. But since
And he does have a pretty decent second effect.
Actually,
well,
yes.
A second effect. He only has 1 effect, but
yeah.
no one ever uses
His first effect is being a level 1 tuner, Wiley.
Yeah, man. But if he does die, if he does happen to die, then his while you have no cards in your hand, or not him himself, but another Infernity monster, he comes back with the same level as that monster.
Yeah, all of a sudden he's a level 4 tuner, great for sinking into
Isn't
stuff.
it any monster, not just an Infernity?
It's any monster,
There's
actually.
one thing I did notice about this just now that they messed up on. They don't list that he is an effect monster.
No, they do that with all tuners.
Did they really?
Yeah. Did you really just now notice that?
They have normal monsters that are effect, though. Okay, that's stupid.
They have normal monsters that are effect, though.
Mixed reactions indeed. There's your 2 Mirages, great to bring out with Street Patrol.
I feel stupid. I'm bad Yu-Gi-Oh! Don't listen to anything I say.
Mirage, great to bring out with Street Patrol, great to fetch with 1 for 1. Just basically replaces the 2 launchers that were taken away.
One of the worst phrases you can hear going up against an Infernity deck is, I haven't normal summoned this turn.
And then they're just like, boom, Mirage, boom, grab 2 monsters. And then you just, of course, you go get Necromancer and Archfiend, you do your search with Archfiend, then Necromancer just gets Avenger. And then you're probably going to sink for 100 eyes like a boss.
Like a boss.
Like a boss. Launcher, enough said.
It's freaking
If you don't know what Launcher does...
By the way, people... Don't forget about its first effect. You can drop an Infernity from your hand.
Yes, you can use it to drop unnecessary Infinities from your hand.
It's pretty broken.
A lot of people like to call this meh. I already mentioned it earlier. Card Destruction. Great to not... Like, this deck has a problem with draw power sometimes, and I don't like Allure, because I don't like Banishing. I mean, when I eventually get a Leviar, Allure will be fine.
One of the sad things I've seen is... They do get monster heavy hand, and I've seen him drop 3 monsters with this card.
And then I'll just draw into nothing but traps.
Pretty much. And that's what you want with this deck, so.
Yeah. Heavy Storm into the staples now. Self-explanatory Dark Hole. Monsterborn, great for getting back Archfiend when you have no hand.
Does everything.
Necromancer, whatever. Get your opponent's monsters if you need a better level tuner. 2 MSTs. Rhoda. Only 3 targets in the deck, but they're very important targets. Armageddon Knight, 2 Dark Greffers. They're your main ways of sending stuff to the graveyard. 1 for 1. Something I actually haven't played in a while. Not only does it empty your hand, but you get Mirage with it. And
or Avenger if needed.
If needed, and then shit just gets real right away.
Unbelievably.
Foolish Burial, just instant Archfiend in the grave. Always great.
Pretty much dump whatever you need.
Or just
to be in
whatever you still need for your setup. Just dump it.
or whatever you just don't want in the deck anymore.
Now, we mentioned it already. I do not have 3 barriers right now, but most people don't even have 2, so what are you going to do? And barrier just says no to everything. You just don't care, and usually, if you do it right, you're going to have 3 down. And
by the end of the process, yeah.
I think it's funny, like, I'll, like, be doing all this, and people on Dual Network just won't scoop.
They don't understand what's about to happen, and then they obviously have no way out.
Yeah. Here is the most brilliant card ever, Infernity Inferno. Discard 2 cards, and then drop 2 Infernity monsters from your deck. Double Foolish Burial, empties your hand. Plus, you can only discard 1 if that's all you have. Just great.
It's so versatile for them, you know.
Pretty damn versatile.
Gives you so many options.
A lot of you are going to think this is strange, but 3 Dark Bribes. There's just a lot of back rows I don't want to see, like Warning and Bottomless Trap Hole and Solemn Judgment. The great thing about Warning and Judgment is they pay 2,000, 4,000 life points to draw a card.
Right. Well, I mean, another thing that's beautiful is just like, okay, he's running 3 Dark Bribes,
3 barriers.
3 barriers,
2 warnings.
2 warnings
Coming up here.
2 warnings.
No
next.
Judgment, though, because that's bad Yu-Gi-Ohs in this deck.
Yeah, apparently Judgment's bad Yu-Gi-Ohs, but who needs that?
You're the
anyway
one who
when you
said
have
that.
these things?
You're the one who said that earlier on, Wale.
Yeah, but
Oh,
he
definitely.
didn't realize that tuners automatically include themselves in effect.
Yeah, you know, I didn't realize that either, so maybe I'm just bad Yu-Gi-Ohs.
2 warnings.
I'm not as good at soccer as I thought. But yeah,
2 warnings, because you don't want them just being like tour guide and going all derp Zen minds on you. And
this video got a lot longer than I planned on it being because we're talking.
Infernity deck takes some explanation. Mirror Force, like I said in the X-Saber video, I still like it. It forces your opponent to make dumb decisions.
When they overextend and all that bullshit.
My nice shiny D Prisons, because that card is just fantastic.
So fantastic.
Especially in Infernities.
Shine.
Starlight Road, because you're going to set a bunch of dumbass back rows that your opponent does not want, and inevitably they will heavy storm you.
Do not
Or they'll try to like force your barrier with Dark Hole, and then they'll feel stupid when they don't eat up the barrier, they eat this up instead. Alright, that's 15 monsters in this, by the way. That's about the perfect number.
It's pretty good.
That's the main deck right there. 2 Infernity Dooms. I know a lot of you are probably screaming at your screen right now. Why 2?
What are you, gay? Yeah, no, he's not gay.
Wale over here actually had to scoop once because I had a second one.
Yeah, honestly, I thought he was boned because I got rid of that one. One
he
Infernity
booked
Doom.
the first one and thought he was good, and then I just like brought the other one out.
Do
I'm just
not
like, wow.
underestimate the deformed baby arm.
No, that deformed baby on
Yeah.
person worked.
And his effect is actually really great. Like, you'll blow up something that has decent attack and do more damage than if you would have actually attacked it. And it's just really good.
See him play that.
300 eyes.
Sure.
This 300 eyes right here, just 300 Sparta. Great. The first 2 will probably copy Mirage, and you'll just do a whole bunch of shenanigans there. The third one is most likely going to copy Necromancer, and just be used to get Archfiend one more time and get that last barrier. And then the setup's complete, and you'll probably have like 100 Eyes, Infernity Doom, and or Scrap Dragon, plus Archfiend, maybe Trishula out there. And then
After that, it's a wrap.
Speak of the Trishula.
Boss.
And as always, I run Trishula and Mistworm because you can't really compare the two. They do completely different stuff.
Both are pretty broken. In my
Yeah, they
opinion.
just deal with different problems. This is mass removal without having to worry about road. This, I actually realized some people are teching Imperial Iron Wall this format, and that makes this a no-go. Scrap Dragon, just an all-around brilliant synchro. Sometimes they have a card like Macrocosmos or Defissure out that's just a problem, and I'll go for this whenever I can and get rid of it, and then commence the exploding. Stardust mainly comes out with Road. Dark End gets rid of problematic monsters that your beaters can't get around.
Like Stardust.
Yeah.
You know you can just run it over.
Black Rose, nearly impossible to go for, but just in case. Brionic, also nearly impossible to go for, but it empties your hand, if anything. Armory Arm, because it's possible, and why not? Utopia, because sometimes you're just stuck with 2 Archfiends or whatever. And pretend that's Levier.
It should be.
All right, that's the Infernity deck.
Yeah, sorry the video's so long, but
Yeah, we actually had to move along fast because it's almost at the 10-minute limit.
Yeah. Sign out, Smitty.
All right, signing out.